So I was gonna do a different kind of video today, and then I decided, let me take a shower first. And then I got out of the shower and I was like, I don't have the energy to think about what I'm saying. So I am just going to ladder instead. I'll take the easy way out. So here we go. I'm using new teams for once because in my Discord server, then yeah, lead up with this thing and knock this off. In my Discord server, then I asked you guys in the month of December to send me team ideas and that I would build with them and release it for Christmas. And obviously it's way beyond Christmas because it was a lot of team ideas. And it's shaping up to be around 200 once I finish. I had vacation in the States, and then I came back in school and whatnot. So a bit of a delay, but I have not forgotten, nor am I ignoring it. And, this is a little bit of a sneak peek since I am using them to liven things up a little. So, yeah, here we are on the ladder, and I will also go into my Discord server I used to do weekly questions, and then there were so many of them that I could not possibly answer them all within a week, so I just stopped entirely. So now I figured I can answer them while I'm laddering, because, there's always downtime, and yeah, this helps. So at least we get to get rid of those rocks, because this Tentacruel is faster than that Lando. So let me go back to... Alright, so questions. Yeah, I put down guidelines, one question per person, no multi-parters, questions within the scope of a Q&A, like no multi-gen analyses or far-reaching meta hypotheticals or essay prompts. And that didn't, go very far, but still. Anyway, now that Rotom is toxic, I don't even know why I did. Well, it's better than ceding momentum completely. Now T-Tar's going to come in, but I'm going to beat that down and win the Weather War and hopefully sweep with Volk. That's the goal here. Yeah, this team was requested, or this idea was requested by Bolivia. So, alright, question from Barbarino. What is your favorite generation, judging by its music? Wow, this is such a great idea to blend this sort of compromise. Well, this thing's getting destroyed. Nice. Anyway, cool. Now I will go to this thing. And, yeah, so my favorite generation, judging by its music, is definitely Gen 2. I think GSC music is perfect. Route 44, and it also plays on a couple of the routes whose numbers I forget, as well as the Lake of Rage. But that one's just magic. It is incredible. Alright, Surf into Dragon Gem Draco. Drop that thing. Nice. God, this Latios set is phenomenal. So, hopefully, well, Weather War 1, hopefully that will be enough to bring this thing in. And Lando doesn't really set up on anything except Ferrothorn. So, rocks being gone... Well, he definitely can force my Ferrothorn to come in by going to Latios. And then doubling to Lando. Because even if I go to Politoed, then that also... that will also... what's it called? Allow his Lando to come in and set up rocks while dying. And that might make things harder for Volk, but I mean, his team is so battered at this point that I think even Scarf Lando is a threat. Actually, Politoed in itself is kind of irritating really irritating for him even. So, I'm going to... I want to knock this Rotom down because it's irritating. I'll Draco Meteor it and go from there. It being knocked and toxicked. Yeah, that's good. That's much better than ceding momentum. Didionte21. What's the best regional bird in competitive? Zapdos, definitely. Across the generations, not even close. Beats Black. What are the merits toward running a Sun team and Advance OU? Not a lot. Rain is generally a lot better. Sun has some cool stuff like Exeggutor, but you're never really abusing it as well as you are with Rain, because Rain, you boost your speed and your main stab, and the Chlorophyll Pokemon don't have that luxury because grass moves don't get boosted. So, yeah, all right. Here's the Latios. I'm just gonna go to Ferrothorn. I don't even care if it gets straight. Well, I do a little, but I just want this thing getting worn down. So now I'm going to assume assume an Excadrill switch, yeah. So Politoed will get a... That's perfectly positioned, free Scald. And this is generally why I don't love Volk, because you have to walk on such eggshells with it and dealing with rocks and whatnot. But, and I don't think the upsides are worth it, which is why I generally don't like it. But, on occasion it can be very threatening, so... Anyway, speaking of, I'm going to get it in right here, actually. It's a major, major threat. Good move, very good move on his end. I think I'm going to go for... Well, Actually, no, if he tricks his Scarf away, then my own Lando definitely wins. So I'm definitely going to go to Politoed. And I can out-offense the grounds. Yeah, see, Draco Meteor... Actually, Draco Meteor gives Volca a switch. Dragon Pulse isn't that threatening. Surf obviously isn't threatening. And if it tricks, then I can QD with Volk again. And just outspeed it with my Lando. So Politoed is definitely the right move there. Early in laddering, I always have this clarity of vision. Thinking things through isn't very difficult. I can see the outcomes. And I think most people who ladder relate to this. And the longer you play, the more you tunnel vision and start making dumb moves that are dumb moves, but you just make them. So, yeah, it's a tough burden. So I'll try to limit myself today, because that's another one of my New Year's resolutions, to not get upset at laddering and to avoid tilting. Alright, yeah, Dragon Gem Latios is awesome. I'll just go in descending generational order. So yeah, look at all these teams. I cleared out my team builder and just... Let's see, what's something fun? Not all of these are done, obviously, but... Bomb of Snow Offense? Ooh, that looks fun. A lot of these are not going to be optimal, because they're kind of... Oh, I put Scald on it by accident. But yeah, rather than... make super optimal teams, because some of these ideas are super restrictive, and the harsh nature of making a competitive team is that not all ideas are going to be competitively worthwhile. This doesn't just mean only use OU Pokemon, by the way. I mean, even combinations of OU Pokemon are really, really difficult to make work sometimes. Sometimes they're just impossible to make work. Other times they don't come to you as immediately. So, rocks go up. Please be Ice Fang Hippo and not Roar, because I can't risk T-Tar staying in here. Good. All right. Let's Whirlwind and see what's going on. Spinner, Magnezone, or Roar from Hippo is what I'm expecting here. It's not going to stay in an Ice Fang. So I think in situations like these, it's definitely worth considering going for an early Whirlwind, just to scout. I like phasing moves in general. They're just... they don't really seem... Uh-oh, speaking of things that phasing moves don't work against. Ooh, yikes. That's going to be annoying. But thankfully I have this amazing Infernape set. But yeah, a lot of the time, Roar Swampert, which you don't really see a lot of anymore, but in DPP I always thought it was underrated against Stall, simply because if you get rocks up, then you can roar in their Scarf Tyranitar over and over, and it has to keep switching out, and you can wear it down that way. So, phasing, and in advance you can roar in a Gengar with your Pursuit Tar and get the matchup you're looking for. And yeah, so I think phasing moves have a lot of underrated application, and tunnel visioning spikes is nice and all, especially when the switch is Latias. You keep that in mind for later, because Latias is not a very textbook Scarm switch. But yeah, definitely worth considering if you're trying to mix up your play and not be predictable and actually achieve something as well. All right, so if this is Rest Credilli, I'm really not going to be happy. I'm going to have to burn this and then go to Infernape and taunt. I wish I had a trick somewhere. Stupid Credilli. Well, I might be able to stall it out. If it's Recover Credilli, then it should run. Yeah, okay, good. I'm just going to go to my Tentacruel and get down T-Spikes, which it will not be able to... Hopefully I'll go to Knockoff on this Clef, too. Perfect. Alright, stay in. Actually, no, I T-Spike first. And then I, just in case a ghost comes in. Yeah, okay, great. And now, no, T-Spike twice for the Credilli. Alright. Now, don't full para, give me the knock. I don't even care about the spin. And because this is death fodder anyway. No, that would have been so good. Okay, well, no biggie. Now we go to Tar, scare this thing, or just spam Crunch at it. Hopefully there's no Scarm. That would make things very easy, because now Hippo, if it wants to take it, will get poisoned. And then I can spike up and phase around, and yeah, now the Credilli is going to be toxic. Oh, nuts! Now I feel much worse about not getting the knockoff on Clef. But it's fine, because even, here's a fun DPP mechanic, even if your incoming poison type dies to hazards, then it will still soak up T-Spikes. So I don't have to worry about Infernape getting poisoned here, which is really nice. And I take out the Roserade, no spikes even, so that's really nice. Latias is going to be somewhat of a pain for Infernape, but actually, the Infernape set is going to spread Burn, and including on it, so I'm going to get some health back on T-Tar, why not? Hopefully this thing doesn't... Ooh, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Well, I'll just go to Rotom, because hopefully then, Scarm will get phased in, and I don't need Rotom in such perfect shape. Oh, perfect. Alright. Alright, now we double switch to Scarm, because it doesn't risk anything dumb, and it will just spike all over... yeah, we want the last to be revealed as well. Yeah, and Scarm is actually my... Not bad against Clef 1v1, because it's going to burn a lot of Seismic Toss PP. Which is helpful because I'm going to have my Calm Mind Clef make an attempt later. So I want to drag in that Latias, see what set it's running. If it's lefties, then okay, I guess we're gonna have that done for us now. Alright, that looks choiced. Okay. That's cool. This is a Spadef? Yeah, it's Spadef. Oh, it's Specs HP Fire. Okay. Well, the fact it's choiced is really helpful in general, because it means that it's very much on a timer for dealing with... Scarm Paralyte? Yeah, okay. Oh, it's Rock Polish. Okay. Well, I was going to say it's on a timer for dealing with Infernape. Okay, so this is not some Curse Rest stuff. So we'll just burn it, and yeah, Infernape is looking pretty good. As long as I can stave off the Latias Assault, which should be doable. I mean, I might have to PP stall this Clefable with Rotom, which is not a very... I'm not crazy about the idea, but, worst comes to worst. Anyway, Tentacruel goes down. Now I'm gonna go to T-Tar, Crunch. That might not have been the wisest move. I should have gone to Infernape first. Infernape and used Will-O-Wisp. But, it achieved the desired effect. That's a very physically bulky Hippo. Alright, now we're gonna Roost up. That's cool. Oh, for fudge's sake. Okay, fine. Now we spam Ice Beam. We are totally... yeah, actually, no, we Calm Mind, because if Clef comes in, we want to get the +1 on it, so to speak. Alright, now we can spam Ice Beam in case he decides to roar. Alright, speaking of questions, Embrace Degeneracy. Does BKC mean anything? It stands for Blaze Kickin' Chicken, or Blazing Kickin' Chicken, which is or the username I came up with when I was 12, because I thought it was cool. Yeah, so that T-Wave is fine, because in Gen 4, the Magic Guard does not let you full para, which is really nice. And yeah, so now I'm not really scared of any attacks. So something tells me that this being a defensive team means that there's not going to be like a strong stab fighting move in the back. Incidentally, my team is like that because I thought it was a cool idea. Anyway, so we're already close to +6. Anarcho-Bidenist. Similar to how Moltres rose from Advanced BL to OU, are there any other Pokemon considered BL and Advanced that you believe should be moved to OU? Breloom and Charizard, maybe. Not definite, but definitely maybe. Yeah, definitely maybe. Yeah, they could be considered, for sure. They've left their impact. So yeah, now we're stalling out Seismic Tosses. They're not ideal, and I definitely misplayed at some point. But now we get to spam +6 Ice Beams, which Clef takes a little... Yeah, that's kind of pathetic because it's max speed F. But it's... But, he does not have infinite soft boilds either. And I have a lot of attacking PP because I also have Thunderbolt. Actually, no, I should be spamming Thunderbolt first to save the Ice Beams for if Latias tricks me and I have to get locked into them. So yeah, T-Bolt first for sure. Yeah, so at least now it's soft boiling and I can take 2 more Seismic Tosses. So now it's the one in a pickle. The Max Speed F Clef does amazing things. Empoister, if the Resist Berry since debut not only reduce damage from super effective moves of that type by 1/2 like they have, but also reduce damage from normally effective move of that type by 1/4, how do you think it would have affected their viability? So, with the exception of Chalon Berries, which are the normal Resist Berries, do you think some Mons would take advantage of the reduction in neutralities to success? Yeah, this is kind of a big metagame hypothetical that I could spend a lot of time thinking about, so I won't do that. But yeah, absolutely. That there are a lot of applications to that. Nothing that comes to mind off the top of my head because it's kind of a new concept, but I'm sure you could do it for in Gens 3 to 5, Sand Immune, or 4 and 5 because there are no Resist Berries in Gen 3. But I'm sure you could do it for Pokemon that are Sand Immune. Right now we soft boiled to stay healthy enough for if we crit after. So yeah. See, we have way more Thunderbolts than this thing has soft boiled. So odds, we should definitely be beating this thing. Soft boiled again, just in case Seismic Toss, just so we can take the follow-up attack. Speedy Slowpoke. Hey BKC, do you enjoy analyzing competitive Pokemon more than playing competitive Pokemon, such as in ladder and tournaments? Yeah, absolutely. Nowadays, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I've had my time playing, very, very seriously and dedicating a lot of time to it. And over time, it gets very, very stressful. So nowadays, I definitely enjoy... Like, even laddering, that just tends to stress me out and irritate me. So I definitely enjoy analyzing more. I mean, sometimes I get the itch to play, for sure. But at the same time, then playing like regularly, just not the same as it once was for me. So yeah, almost out of soft boilds. So yeah, definitely I enjoy analyzing stuff all the time and building teams just for the fun of it. For sure, but yeah, no. I'm trying to not repeat myself, so yes for the millionth time. All right, this is one crit resilient Clef. Maybe it's magic guarded there as well. Anyway, so we're just gonna keep knocking it down. He's only got 2 soft boileds. Bold Knock. Salutations. Thank you. How come Raikou was an OU threat for a while in XY until people just dropped them on? Well, that happens a lot early in the generation. It's happened to Conkeldurr several times. That early on it checks some dangerous Pokemon, and then later as the broken Pokemon get banned and the metagame settles into a more bulk-friendly state, then those Pokemon that are so bad against bulky teams just get kind of shelved. And Raikou is decent offensively, but nothing to write home about. And ooh, Specs. So now the Ice Beams are really stinging. Anyway, so yeah, it becomes nothing to write home about really. And it's so bad against defense. It's just a liability. So yeah, that's why. That's why. All right. Cool. Gen 3. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, this is the video I was gonna make today. The fire types of Advanced OU, but next time. Let's see. What do we have here? Something fun. This is fun. Did I put sets on this? I don't think I did. Oh, I guess I must have. Because usually if you try to ladder and you haven't put sets, or like even EVs on one Pokemon, then Showdown will prevent you from laddering. It's really nice of them, actually. Alright, if nothing's happening here. Actually, no, I'm going to go in order, and I'm going to fill up the space with the questions. That is what they're there for. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go with this. This is my old Kingdra team, but with Weezing over Gengar, because I think Weezing is a really good fit. Watermess had this idea that Weezing is a great choice on rain teams, because in addition to luring in Blissey and T-Tar, then it also lures in Milotic and dispatches it with Explosion. So, good fit. So I like that one a lot. And it's also a good fighting check, which is important given how important fighters are now, especially since it's neutral to Shadow Ball and resists HP Bug. So, unlike Gengar, it's not walking on eggshells against Medicham, which is really helpful. So, Pack Attack. What's your favorite Pokemon type and why is it Bug? I don't hate Bug, but I would say my favorite type is probably... That's a good question. I guess I tend to start with a fire type in game, so fire, kind of a basic answer, but yeah, I do like the fire types. I guess actually no, I'm gonna take that back. My favorite type is Psychic. I think a lot of the Psychic Pokemon are really cool, and it has a lot of potential applications. So, or a lot of the idea of the Psychic type can manifest itself in a lot of interesting designs. Like, you think, just, Alakazam bending spoons with its mind and whatnot, but then there's also Metagross, like the supercomputer, so I think that's really cool. I don't know how to pronounce this name, but what are some of your favorite mixed attackers in more modern metas? I don't know what modern means, because Oris is apparently is a boomer generation now. That was actually said recently. So I hope Oris is modern enough for you. Well, mixed attackers aren't really popular. I don't think in them. Like, what you generally see is like a really strong breaker, but it's generally dedicated to one side. Like a special attacker, like Nidoking is a great example. Hey, Watermist, speaking of. Alright, well, I don't want to get perfect. Medicham Flygon, this will be interesting. Alright, go Weezing. This thing's going to run like hell from the burn. So, well, I mean, it could also sub is a thing. So I want to Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, okay, because even if it subs, then I don't really care. Because, I mean, look, that's pretty pathetic, so... he does scout my moveset, though. He sees if, well, no, he sees that I have HP... He sees it's HP Fighting or Grass. He doesn't know which one yet. Switching in Starmie would have found that out, as well as... I have a feeling he's going to double switch here to T-Tar, that's fine. But can't really afford to stay in like that, because my Doug is very slow, so... I don't know what kind of tar this is, so I'm going to BP. No Focus Punch coming my way. So Metagross, fairly safe switch. There's a Crunch. That does a lot of damage. And... I think I'm going to go right to Doug, because it's Adamant. Okay. Now, I don't know if this is offensive. I'm going to venture defensive. Yeah. Defensive because it's it's slower than Celebi, so definitely defensive. But I'm going to say defensive because generally Medicham needs a good core around it. It doesn't really appreciate offensive Starmie as much. It needs stuff that switches in and takes hits. So we're going to Leech Seed, play it safe. Leech Baton Pass, such a great combination on Celebi. So we're going to BP, this is probably a Wish Jirachi. Good core with his other guys. So... What the hell is this? Oh yeah, I remember I needed that Zapdos set for something that I've since forgotten. But actually, I'm going right to Doug here because I get Leech Seed recovery, and yeah, and I don't really care if Jirachi cripples Doug in some way because T-Tar is not as much of a threat to Kingdra, whereas Jirachi can sit on it, and it's Adamant Doug, so it also takes the Jirachi out at that point. So Celebi, Leech past Celebi is amazing. Anyway, so I'm definitely still going to be annoyed by this thing, especially now that sand is up and I can't shrug off these rock slides as cleanly. So, uh-oh, that's ugly. Alright, well, now I want to... I'm going to HP Grass again. But yeah, Sub was safe there. Scout a Boom, Scout a Wisp. Willow doesn't 2-hit KO me, which is... Or, a Slide shouldn't 2-hit KO me from here. So I'm going to Wisp again. Sorry, Grass again. There we go. Break that Sub. Now I'm booming. I don't think he's staying in here. I mean, he could. There, yes, that's perfect. That's ideal. That's beautiful. Okay, now we can we can Zapdos or Celebi. I'm gonna venture, or Kingdra actually. I'm gonna say that Flygon's coming in here simply because, yeah, of how much of a threat it is to the other Pokemon. So I'm just going to go for Ice Beam here, simply because I can't afford to mess around with Rain Dancing on Earthquake, because Earthquake's going to do a lot. Rain Dancing on Earthquake, then T-Tar switching in, those guessing games, I just need to attack. One of the nice things about Kingdra is that it's naturally a threat, even without Rain Dance. As opposed to something like Ludicolo, which is still fairly threatening because of its coverage, but Kingdra is faster and stronger and bulkier and has better defensive typing. So it's, even on its own, against a lot of mid-range offensive stuff, it's a really dangerous Pokemon to face. So I can always, bring it in against T-Tar and launch a Hydro later, so taking the hit isn't as important. And more importantly, I have to, attack this Flygon. So with defensive Jirachi and defensive Starmie out of the way, it's very likely that, well, first of all, the last should be maybe like Arrow? So it should be something that can clean up. To take advantage of the wall breaking done by Metacham and Flygon, and that could be a Pursuit Tar, but it could also be some sort of Sub Punch Crunch Tar with Thunder or Fire Blast last. So something to take advantage of all the wall breaking. Oh, okay. Okay, so they called to say that my delivery was delayed by an hour. Not even that it's here, so that's wonderful. Anyway, I have a lot of bulk on Kingdra because I wanted to survive stuff. So, it's going to be outsped by even neutral Metacham, which is fine. Because again, it's going to still get a clean shot against Tyranitar later. So, Metacham is irritating. Let's get this thing into Calc and take off its choice band. Versus Zapdos. So I'm going to be going for T-Wave, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Rock Slide never KOs. Ooh, that didn't do very much at all. It could still be Adamant, I suppose. Yeah, okay, so I think what I do is T-Wave this thing. Yeah, T-Wave is the move. Yeah, fine. Tar. Doug is clean, actually. Actually, I think I get a very clean BP to Doug here. Because even Ice Beam won't KO me. Perfect, and I'm Adamant. And I don't even need to KO it, I just need to bring it into Zapdos. Well, that's lucky, but I need to bring it into Zapdos range. Gara. Scheisse. Okay. I think this is still doable, though. Unless he's like sub-Gara or something. That was very unexpected, but that does fit the cleaning role. Okay, let's Cal. Gara. Standard. Now, actually, I wish I had KO'd the thing. I was expecting Arrow, but I wish T-Tar had KO'd me because this gives Gara a free turn. I guess by that rationale, I could have just switched out. And, but yeah, okay, well, Kinger's not sweeping. But what I want to do is calc if I survive +1 EQ from this range. I think it's the spread I usually run, so +1. Actually, no, that's going to be kind of a tall task because I'm at 66 now. 240, 66, so I'll be at 72. So a 50% chance to live. Okay. Does Celebi live a +1 thing? It's at 253. It's max, okay. And it's at how much HP? 391. So 25% chance to KO. So we're gonna go to this thing, land a Leech Seed. Perfect. Yes, okay. Now we should be good to go. Because now Metagross will live. Well, even if it has Leech... I mean, that sucks. Maybe I should have gone to Metagross right away. Wasn't expecting Taunt, because I don't think that set is really that good. But, if that's what it takes. Yeah, okay, so now... Now we Psychic and force this thing to die. So it can, Wow, that's bulky. Well, I think it wasn't... I don't know, that's pretty rough, but yeah. Alright, so now this thing definitely... Now I'm protecting, I'm not even going to bother risking EQ stuff since it's this low. And I'll sack Kingdra, yeah. Is this, yes, keep playing. And I will go Zapdos, and then this thing. This is probably not the most optimal way of doing it, but yeah. T-Wave, no, I'm just going to T-Bolt into Earthquake. All right. Well, that was an interesting game. I like that one. And as you can see, Weezing does some really cool stuff. Hmm. Yeah, maybe Meta was the better move. In retrospect, I don't know why I didn't consider... I guess I was considering like Double Edge or something, because... No, that was dumb of me. That was really... Yeah, I had a brain fart of my own at the end. Yeah, I should have gone to Metagross and then, like, provoked an EQ and, like, sacrificed Kingdra or Zapdos. Yeah, so there was that. Yeah, I could protect, I could switch, so, or I could just boom. I'm sure you enjoy looking at my keyboard, and no, I can't get it fixed, and I don't want an external keyboard because I've gotten that comment a lot before. And because external keyboards are horrible, and I only use this computer for recording, so... Anyway, to GSC, because we're going in descending order. And yeah, I'm also going to do a Fire types in GSC video. Anyway, that game was fun until I turned my brain off at the end, because if I'm afraid of sub on the boom, then why am I going Celebi? Yeah, I should have just gone Metagross. So, yeah. Belly Drum Charizard, this is a fun team. Oh, it's Jolly. Oh, never mind. Then Metagross was fine. Yeah, I guess I was thinking maybe it would also have, what's it called? HP Rock for cleaning purposes. But if it's Jolly, because it didn't do very much to Celebi. So no, it definitely lived then. Yeah, it did, yeah, from whatever the range was, 72, like almost exactly. If it's Jolly, yeah, it never died. I should have considered that as well. So yeah, well, Mess, thanks to him for waiting. He's a great guy. So yeah, I didn't even consider that. So, you know, even when you win, you should be trying to improve. Lesson learned. You know, how long have I been playing and I still have to do that? So, yeah. So for the mixed attackers question, you know, more modern metas, I don't know. I don't really have any favorite mixed attackers that come to mind anyway. Yeah, because most of the time, like you think, you know, mixed attacker. I think instead of coverage being used to hit everything, I think it's kind of been replaced by just sheer power on one side. Like, oh, 4E Cloyster. Okay, we're facing something special. Fudge, I hate that. Okay, whatever. We just want this thing out of the way for stupid Steelix. Oh, come on, man. And now we boom. Oh, good enough. This thing's going to spin later, but it's all about the Charizard sweep. Alright, well, I guess who needs Cloyster, right? So, okay, well, we're going to T-Wave this, because that's what the Zapdos does. It paralyzes stuff. And now we will beat it down with HP Water, because we want to be safe. Anyway, yeah, in earlier gens then it was about mixed attackers breaking through with using their coverage and super effective hits to break through stuff. But now it's more like sheer power on one side of the spectrum, like a big Choice Bander or like in Sun and Moon, Mega Mawile, stuff like that. So, anyway, I'm going to Thunder this thing, just Zapdos destroying everything. That's the goal here. Anyway, so now I'm going to go to this thing and I'm going to Lovely Kiss and hopefully hit that Fortress, because this thing shouldn't stay in. Yes. Oh, that's perfect. Yes, and it hit. Alright, now go Charizard. And okay, well, that's not great. But now I can go to Steelix and not be... And it didn't even burn a sleep turn, which is amazing. And doesn't have lefties, so I just get to EQ it for free. I guess GSC ladder is weird sometimes. Oh, there's a Nidoking. Okay, well, this should be... Well, no, I have Heracross. Perfect. So now I Sleep Talk. Don't really care about Zapdos coming in because... I have Snorlax in good condition. Alright, well now I control my own sleep. Now I'm going to go back to Steelix. Curse up. Hopefully it's not Curse Fire. That would suck. Okay, now I'm just gonna... Okay, well, this is cool. I'm gonna roar after... Oh, if he's just gonna double edge, then that's fine. I'm gonna roar now, just to play it safe. But yeah, now he can sleep me again, but he can, because I sleep talked rest, but he can't really hurt me either, and I threaten him, so... Cool! Now down to RBY. Yeah, didn't get as many RBY requests as the others, which is understandable, so let's try Porygon. Z, any thoughts on the ADV doubles metagame? Not really, but it looks fun, and C in my Discord really enjoys it, so that's cool. Yeah, this Jinx, I definitely T-Wave this. And I'll try to burn asleep. And burn one more because, yeah, I mean, this thing's going to be useless anyway. And I burned 2 Blizzards, so that's nice because it means Chansey has to deal with 1 less, or 2 less. Not that it matters, of course, lol. Alright, well, this is one good Jinx. This is going to counter me. Yep, it's one of those games, I guess. I mean, that's what Jinx does. Maybe I should have EQ'd, but... Alright, well, now at least I'll get a sleep off with Eggy. No, it won't, because I get crit parried, which is actually even... Why the fuck did I do that? I have fucking Porygon. That's the whole fucking point of this team, is to use Porygon to eat up Snorlax. So that was really dumb of me. So, wow, that was horrible. Let me try that again. And go through more questions. That wasn't good. Ooh, alright. How long have we been on this anyway? 40 minutes? I usually... Well, no, my mind usually starts deteriorating immediately, so... XCal, what are your thoughts on the agency? Esteemed DPP player, the Sprinkler has recently been incorporating agency pressure and agency text into his gameplay. Do you have any opinions on how this may shape DPP's future? I don't think we're going to be able to comprehend the sheer level of agency that is contained within such big-brained endeavors. So, my vocabulary fails me, as it often does, in an attempt to wrap my mind around the sheer level of genius contained within. Yeah, this is why I'm a night shower person. I don't know about you guys, but I hate showering during the day because after a shower I always feel super tired, and that makes it perfect for getting ready to go to bed. And in the morning I'm just like, oh, I just want to go back to bed now. So I don't get showering in the morning. Not a fan at all. Pichu Flash, thoughts on Stoutland and Sand? It was nice when it was around, but I don't know what this really refers to because I don't know of any OU metagames that have Stoutland and Sand as an actual viable option. In Gen 5 OU, when it was still around, then it was good, but beyond that, then nothing really. I think it was good in like Gen 7 NU for a time. I don't know if it got banned or something, but yeah, I do like Stoutland though. I used him the last time I played Pokemon Black in-game. A lot of fun. C, what is the cutest Pokemon and why is it Spheal? Spheal's a good choice. My personal pick would be Minccino or Chinchino, but, I'm cool with either. Let's go with the T-Wave here. Good. Cripple that Exeggutor. Seismic Toss it down. Hopefully get some Sleep Powder luck going our way. Nice. Take that again. Yeah, switching Egg into Zam on the first turn is just the worst thing ever. Awful feeling. And now we get this out of the way. Do I have EQ on my normals? Oh, that's perfect. Love that. Now we S-Toss again on the switch, and now Eggy dies. Great. Well, we're getting better luck than in the first game, so that's cool. Oh, it's February. I hope we get a Gen 4 remakes announced soon. Oh, alright. Now we go for this because we want the crit or the drop. Perfect. Alright. Alright, next question. Lemuro, how good would Blissey be in Gen 3 OU if it got Magikarp? It would be so ridiculously uber it wouldn't even be funny. It would be absolutely ridiculous. Oh, it's using Kinesis to... Okay, well that's cool. Anyway, I'm not risking getting T-waved. So I'm just going back to this. Cool, that's fine. Now we psych... Oh, okay. Yep, cool. Very cool. Now I don't know if Tauros want to come in on this. Ooh, risky. Well, I'm going to Psychic because I want that damage. Cool, I'll take that. And crits because sure it does. But now I'm going to EQ and hopefully slam that Gengar switch. Alright, and now we go to Eggy on the Hyper Beam, I hope. Oh, well, that's not super bad because I get to avoid the hit. So, yeah, could have been a lot worse. Now we double edge and crit drop, but that's fine. Now we're gonna, because now Zam is scared, so now we Psychic and nail the Gengar. Bang. Fun. Alright, and Exeggutor's parried. Ooh, Lapras. Well, we gotta get out of there, but we have Chansey. Alright, that's cool. Now we get to Thunderbolt, just in case, just because damage is good. I mean, I wanted to hit the Zam on the switch. That's the main reason. So, Confuse Ray Lapras is, alright, well, it took the first hit, and that's, yeah, so now it's fine. So now we're going to T-Wave, just in case. Yeah, these 50-50s are not, you know, Lapras is not going to beat Chansey one-on-one reliably by using Confuse Ray. It's... Yeah, Lapras is really cool in RBY, but tougher to make work sometimes. I am glad that it's viable somewhere, though, you know, just because it's such a cool Pokemon. So, I don't even know what ladder ranking these accounts are at, by the way. Probably horribly butchered, but that's not really important. We're just playing just to play. And that's enjoyable sometimes. We can... Oh, speaking of Gen 4 remakes, we have a great Jubilife City remix on right now. Anyway, this is out of Hyper Beam range, so we get to T-Wave that and totally ruin it. So, that's great. And now we'll sack Zam because... Yeah. And we'll go to... I'll say... Tauros. Yeah, of course, Tauros. Wait, no, Body Slam doesn't kill from that range, I don't think. That was dumb of me, but I'll just Hyper Beam. Yeah, because everything else dies. I don't think the last Pokemon wants to switch in. You know, if it's Slowbro or something... No, it's not going to be Lapras Slowbro. Of course it's Lax. It could have been Lax there. But I have Porygon. Great. So now we go Freeze. So for those unaware, the reason Porygon is... Uh-oh. That's not good. The reason Porygon... Well, I still have Sleep on my Eggy, so that should be fine. And Boom, if I don't even want to risk it. The reason Porygon is good in RBY is because it blanks most Lax sets. And it, there we go. Yeah, blanks Lax, and it recovers spams off Body Slams. It can't get paralyzed. So, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of Lax variants that threaten it, like those with Ice Beam, but yeah. So now let's go back to Gen 5. Oh, let's use Nidoking, that's fun. Harbinger, if new Pokemon games stopped being made after DPP, what Pokemon do you think would have left its legacy as the greatest overall mon in OU history? I see it as a choice between Tar, Lax, and Zap, but I'd love to hear your take on the subject. I'm starting to really develop an aversion to the word take. I don't know, maybe just seeing it everywhere on the internet. Being too much on the internet definitely ruins your perception of certain words. Innocuous words that you just see a lot, and then you start thinking, I hate that fucking word. But, you know, that's the internet for you, and it's a necessary part of life. Also, these questions are from October, so we're really going back very far. I have to restructure my Discord soon, once I have all my stuff, once I have all my shit back together. So, yeah, that involves changing the weekly questions thing. But yeah, I would say probably... Well, T-Tar gets knocked against it because it didn't exist in Gen 1, so I would have to say Zapdos. Simply because it's genuinely elite in all four. Even when you bring Latias back down, Zapdos is incredible. Whereas Lax had a major drop-off in Gen 3 and, you know, outright sucks in Gen 4. So, it's better than T-Tar in Gen 1, obviously. But, yeah, it goes Zapdos, Snorlax, Tyranitar, in my opinion. 64 squares, why did you choose not to play UPL this year, and do you plan to play it again in the future? UPL, for those who don't know, is Uber's Premier League. The answer is I didn't play because I stopped playing in a lot of stuff in general, and because I don't like... Well, last year was had Arceus, didn't it? If it had Arceus, then I definitely had almost zero interest in joining. I'm leading off with Rotom here because I hate what Arceus does to DPP Ubers, but I just generally don't even like playing DPP Ubers or even UU in tours because Excadrill's gonna enjoy this. Simply because is he just gonna... Well, I guess he doesn't really need this thing. Yeah, I'm just going to go to Excadrill, which I don't really need for much else besides denying rocks, so... Yeah, see, it's pitiful. So, yeah, I don't really enjoy playing those in tournaments because when you really, really over-analyze a tier, like tends to happen in those, then you start to hate it. And I don't like doing that with those tiers I like. I mean, I've played those UPL seriously before, and, it was an enjoyable time and all, but... I just didn't want to ruin it again because you have to put in a lot of effort to compete in those tournaments, and that's not really how I enjoy DPP Ubers. I've done it before, but nowadays I barely have the time or desire to really play even my favorite OU tiers in tournaments. Oh, I forgot there's a Scarf Celebi on this team. So I could, I barely see myself being able to do the same for the others. So I haven't signed up for a tournament yet in 2021, so I don't see it happening. Yeah. DPP Ubers, as soon as you start, turning it into, trying to win on matchup, and then that's when it loses me. That's not why I love that tier. Anyway, here's Nidoking, which isn't really what I would call good in black and white, but it's also not... Well, it's not horrible, so now we Ice Beam just to prevent the Pharaoh from coming, or Latios from coming in. Okay, that's gonna come in. Latios, we're gonna sack. We're gonna go to this thing, yeah, and we're gonna. Perfect. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, Trick Scarf Celebi is a lot of fun. I don't know if this set is really that good, but I didn't want the Trick Scarf on Rotom on this team for some reason, so yeah. Yeah, well, that was enjoyable. So, Gen 4. Should I use this Dusknoir team? I don't even remember if I put sets on it. Heika, what is the best filler on Advanced Gyarados and why is it Rest? It's definitely not Rest. Yeah, okay, I don't have EVs on this. It's definitely not Rest, simply because the 2 completely free turns just suck so much. Maybe if you have Aromatherapy or Heal Bell, but that's really hard to fit. So I generally advise against that, unless you're making a very specific team. Anyway, Oh, the last filler on Advanced Gyarados. I like Double Edge simply because it has extra power, which Gyarados always needs, and it can kind of make up for Gyarados' kind of not so good 2-move coverage. Like whether you go HP Flying or HP Rock alongside Earthquake, you're always going to have some sort of hole, but with Double Edge you can get something out of it. You can run HP Flying and still smack Zapdos, for example, which I really like. Yeah, so definitely Double Edge, in my opinion. Although Taunt, as we just saw in that advanced game, Taunt definitely has some really nice applications. It's just in Sand, sometimes you wind up losing to Blissey of all things, and that really rubs me the wrong way. What's your favorite non-standard lead in DPP Ubers? That's a great question. I'm going to... Wait, shit, I forgot to put spin on this goddamn Donphan. Fudge. Well, I'll just go to it anyway and knock something off. Yeah, see, that's why this the synergy is really nice in this little lead matchup, but I can't really take advantage of it, which sucks. Oh, but that's good. I'll take that any day. Oh, God bless not having spin. Do I have Sleep Talk on this thing? No, I don't. Do I have Sleep Talk anywhere? I have Sleep Talk here. Great. I mean, I wish I said spin for this Dragonite, but it's all good. So, oh yeah, my favorite non-standard lead in DPP Ubers. That's a really good question. I know I was tossing up a couple that I really like Mew and Mewtwo sometimes. They're not like weird leads, but they're definitely less than standard. So I think they have some really cool stuff they can do. So I'm gonna go with one of them. It's been a while since I really started theory crafting for Gen 4 Ubers. Simply because I want to enjoy the tier more than... Well, I mean, that can be a way of enjoying the tier, but it's different. Anyway, I wonder what this thing's going to do. Well, I'm going to go to Donphan simply because... Oh, actually, that was kind of dumb. Oh, okay, that works. Well, that's not great, but see, look at this. I can protect and then go to Magnezone. Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh, that's totally cool. I'm going to Ice Shard now because I don't want to switch... Oh, that's great. I don't want to switch, what's-its-face into another hit with Rocks Up. Maybe should have protected there, but C-Bomb does nothing, so... Oh, cool. Okay, protect, see if this thing has lefties or not. It does. I'm going to go to Latias and launch a Draco Meteor and punish the Starmie for staying in because I'm modest. Yes. Great. This team is fun. I'm going to Healing Wish, I think. Yeah, I am. To Donphan. Oh, this team is a blast. Look at that little interaction there. How cool is that? I'm gonna knock off that Zapdos. Oh, perfect. And now I get my rocks back up. Oh, perfect. This is wonderful. And after this, I'm going to go to Magnezone on the Mash. Perfect. So now we just spam T-Bolt and take this thing out. Hopefully SD and Polion will get a chance to shine. So yeah, to answer the question, I definitely think Mew has a lot of interesting stuff it can do. And Mewtwo as well. Anton Hicknell, who is the best pivot in advance? I think conventional wisdom would say Zapdos or Gengar, just because they're typing, but I really like Salamence. I don't know if it's the best, but it's a little less well done. And I think with Intimidate and its typing being as unique as they are, then as unique a combination as they are, rather, then you really get a lot of interesting applications for being able to switch into stuff that you normally wouldn't switch into. So I'm going to... Actually, I think... does Empoleon have a chance to clean here? No, it dies as Zapdos. But it definitely forces a KO. So I'm going to go to Dragonite here. Perfect. And now we Sleep Talk and hopefully hit Outrage. Another superpower. It could be worse. I could also go to this thing and T-Wave. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's really good. Great. Now Empoleon will clean up, I think. Let's pursue this thing just to be sure. Oh, okay. He's just going to stay in and discharge. Fine. We'll just crunch. Well, that's lucky, but I think T-Tar's coming out on top of that exchange anyway. Algildagoff. Who comes to mind when you see the word longevity? Gliscor, Poison Heal, definitely. Just because it doesn't care about... Unlike something like DPP Clef, it doesn't care about getting knocked off, and it's healing so much every turn. It's crazy. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to EQ here just in case it DDs. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I had Chopple on this thing. Alright, well, I kind of want Empoleon to shine here. So I'm going to go to this thing, I'm going to draw another superpower. I mean, because Donphan kind of wins this one anyway, but Yeah. Now let's go to Empoleon. Swords Dance up. Yeah, alright. SD, Aqua Jet. I used to spam this set on... No! God damn it. Well, I still win, but... Oh, now it's in Torrent. Even better. Beautiful. I like lefties just because, I mean, the extra power of Mystic Water would have been really nice there. But I like the longevity. Yeah, I used to spam this team on Wi-Fi that was like Lead Scarf, Breloom, put someone to sleep, and then switch to either Swords Dance, Empoleon, or Calm Mind, Cress, and start setting up. It was a lot of fun. Alright, let's see. What do we go with now? Yeah, this one's very similar to Megan's team, but I think it's a really good setup in general. It wasn't intentional. Oh, I forgot to put moves on it. Well, now that we've... Oh, this is a lot of fun. This is fun. I guess anything with Regenerator also counts for the longevity question. Like, Torn Therian is crazy with that kind of thing. I just tend to think Gliscor, but Regen is probably the better answer. Camsil, what's the minimum amount you'd accept in a Twitch donation to sing the Pokemon show theme song on stream? Probably not a lot. I do that for very little. I mean, if someone's going to pay me to do it, then I'm not going to do it for free, but, you know, wouldn't take a lot. You know, I'm sure everyone would regret that happening once they actually heard me sing, because I'm a pretty abysmal singer. But, yeah, I mean... If they're going to pay to have their eardrums horribly ruined, then I won't stop them. Moral support Lapras. Oh, I clicked away. Whoops. Alright, there we go. Yes or no from Moral Support Lapras. Creating anything goes metagames for generations prior to Oris. It is rather naive to think that earlier generations don't have anything that's just as abusable, if not more so, than Mega Ray and Klefki. I'm talking 6 Mewtwo and RBY, no Sleep Claws, and Black and White, 6 Garchomp and DPP, that kind of chaos. I think, though, those things exist. I'm not opposed to it. It's just, that's a very niche metagame. Well, I assume it's pretty niche, even in the new generations, and then wanting to extend it to the past generations, you're not going to have a very big player base, I don't think. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed, personally. Potato Devil, what do you think of flagging its Sand Rush or any abilities you want? Well, the thing about that is that it means it no longer has Levitate, and that really sucks. But, yeah, I mean, it could be. It could be interesting. I mean, if you give it something like Regenerator, then I'm sure that no one's really going to miss Levitate that much. Alright, Monai. Yeah, I'm going to Blissey here. Yeah, Sand Rush would be cool, but I don't think it has the power to pull that ability off too well. Deleted user, how do I switch into Swampert with Big 5 teams? I mean, Skarm, Bliss, Pert are all, and even Gengar, depending on your set, are all varying degrees of good against, what's it called? Varying degrees of good switch-ins against Swampert, so... Yeah, now we sit on this thing, we start spreading some para. So yeah, and then that's not even considering the last, which can be something like Zapdos, so... Alright, now we start T-Wave and stuff. Mixed Ments will probably be a big threat. I assume it's a Super Celebi, so that's why I didn't want to go one-on-one with the Blissey, where it's a lot of defensive Celebi. Not that it can't be a Leech Celebi, but it's... Okay, fine, that means no Metagross for you. So... I'm gonna try and stave off a Salamence switch here with Ments, because I've revealed Zapdos and Blissey. And his first two are not really able to break through Blissey, so if there's no T-Tar here, I think it's less likely that he has it, although I wouldn't rule it out, but something to consider. Yeah, so like there's a... Well, I don't think there's a Dugtrio anymore. I think if it was a special offense team with Zapdos, Celebi, Dugtrio, and then Rock Resist, it would be one of Metagross or Swampert, not both. It would be Metagross, Suicune, Dugtrio, Suicune or Gengar or something else, like Kingdra. But it wouldn't be both of those guys, so I don't think there's a Dugtrio anymore, so that's cool. And now I can switch in Blissey without fearing ground moves. There's a Suicune, okay. So, I still don't think there's a Doug. I mean, I guess there could be, but I think it's suddenly made a lot worse against Skarm. I don't know if it has all the right tools to break special walls, because you want, like, Sand or Doug, or... I mean, it could work, I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little overly critical here. I think the likelihood goes down still, but... Alright, special offense for sure if it's Toxic Suicune. So I'm going to just get an S-Toss off, weaken it a little bit, and now go to... No, now I'm going to go to a Metagross, because I don't really fear the... I don't want this thing to get... or Zapdos to get Toxic. So what I'm going to do is just keep S-Tossing it down. And... S-Toss again. I mean, Rhydon... Actually, the big threat here is... Now Zapdos can take it. Can it take a hit? Do I have the bulk for that? I think it's... No, yeah, I should be able to, because there's no sand. That's lucky. That's T-Wave. So I'm modest. I'm just going to launch one of those. Check out this Celebi set. Yeah, it did a lot. That's offensive. So now I'm going to T-Wave and BP into... Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I don't think I'm going to get much use out of Rhydon, because look at, the Zapdos, Swampert, Suicune. I'm going to go to Rhydon here and Mega Horn, because he's not going for a grass move. Fuck, that dies? Oh, that must be modest or something. Jesus Christ. At least I get a soft whaled off. So yeah, Rhydon kind of sucks against these kinds of teams, but yeah, I think the last must be, like, maybe it's T-Tar, maybe it's Mence. Oh, it's Calm Mind Pass? Okay. There's Doug. Okay, I mean, I guess. That's not what I would have expected, but sure. Now it's going to live the Ice Beam, because of the Calm Mind Pass, but now Zapdos is a major threat here is the thing. Yeah, so Dragon I have to hit it as hard as possible, and hope it's not Ice. I think it's likelier to be Ice because he has so much what's it called? What's the thing? Coverage against Swampert. So I'm just going to boom. Okay, you know what? I'll take that. That's one less HP grass I have to deal with. Now I'm going to go to this thing again. No, I should... Yeah, I think I'm going to need some luck to beat the Suicune. Yeah, I'm going to T-Wave this. And hopefully it's Agility Pass and doesn't have T-Wave of its own. That would be really helpful. That would improve my odds significantly. Okay, that's great. That's really good. Oh, it is T-Wave. That sucks. Well, it's still not over. Now I can go to Mence. Okay, cool. Dragon Claw. I mean, Celebi's going to outspeed me. It has Psychic. That sucks. Yeah, I don't think I have much of a choice beside... Well, no, I can go to Zapdos. Hey, nice move on his end. That was really nicely done. And, ooh, also nicely done. Yeah, I think he's... That was very well played on his end. Yeah, now I have to hope for a lot of luck. I messed this up, I think, but, nicely done to him. So, I can't believe Rhydon fucking died. Do I not have any EVs on that? That's really strange. Oh, it's HP Fire. Psychic. +1. That must be modest. What the hell are my EVs? Yeah, +1 Psychic versus... I guess we'll just keep going down in descending order, but, if we go through... I don't even know why I clicked on this. I think it's just because I clicked randomly. But yeah, I'm going to have to check out what the EVs are on that thing. God, forgot how frail that thing is. Okay. This shouldn't stay, but of course it does. So, I always think it's very wasteful to play super risky in GSC, simply because the reward is just not worth it. not worth the reward is almost never worth the risk you take. But I mean, that's what how he's gonna play it. I mean, now I got rid of his fort. Well, now hopefully I can spin on this thing later. Well, now I gotta go to Miltank to handle this. That's fine by me. I'm gonna heal Bell and wake Snorlax right up. I'm not gonna risk my fortress on this because it very well could have. Well, I mean, okay, I forgot he's the double spiking thing. Okay, I'll just. Now I'm going to double switch to my Fori. I want spikes at least. Actually, No, I'm gonna go to Miltank. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm going to practice what I preach. Okay, that's great. That's really nice. Do I have two no, I don't have two light screens on this team. I'll just go to this thing here. Great. And Hidden Power Water. Just chunk it down. Which is crucial because my Gengar can't really hurt it. Also, Curse-Lax is death here, but yeah. The weird itemless T-Tar. I mean, it's probably Miracle Berry or something. Which is GSE's version of Lum, but hey, it does have Fire Blast. Okay, that's great. Milk Drink. I'll just keep this thing healthy. It's not really threatening because crit Rock Slide is doing that much. Yeah, that sucks, but I'll just keep going to Miltank, and I will. Oh, I have Earthquake on this. Oh yeah, because I didn't want to give Gengar completely free switch. Well, in that case, I'm going to EQ and chunk it down, which is really nice for Zapdos. Okay, Gengar coming in. I'm not a fan of that, but I'm just going to Thunder. Fuck. Okay. Well, at least I can, yeah, alright. Now, great. I'll just. I might have to take a risk and go for, just spike up with Fori just to exert some sort of pressure on his team. But so far, I think it's generally okay. I'm going to Light Screen here. Yeah, that's good. And now I'm going to Fori, protected by Light Screen. And now I can get the spike up. And yeah, so that's really nice. Light Screen Blissey has a lot of really cool stuff it can do, and that's a big one. So now that it's protected by Light Screen, even Fire Blast isn't going to do anything, so that was funny, 15. So now I can just Milk Drink, and great. Now between Blissey and Miltank, then, I mean, you have to be careful with Machamp with a core like this, which is why I have Zapdos. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, now Miltank, because it stalls Growl, or Curse-Lax with Growl. Yeah, so he just took a standard offensive team and just put Fori over, what's it called? Gengar, duh. Anyway, I think I'm going to let Fori take this sleep, simply because I don't really have ways of, I mean, Cloyster kind of, I'm not like going to be keeping him off permanently against Cloyster, so I don't really mind that. So I guess he's just willing to, actually no, I can heal Bell. Well, I don't want to heal Bell yet. I want to heal Bell on the switch, because I don't want, yeah, like there. I don't want him heal belling and then being able to sleep my Miltank. But yeah, that's nice. That's fine by me. I will now go to Fori on the, what I hope is the, dude, come on, man. Alright. I mean, that's the ladder. You gotta be aware of that. That's part of what being effective on the ladder means. So, now I'm gonna see if I can, alright, trap this thing. Well, actually, if it's EQ, then I'm doing something dumb, but I hope it rests. That's my goal. Yes! Perfect. This set is brutal. I forget why I have Thunder on it, but yeah. Now I can protect and switch out. Yeah, Curse, fine, don't care. And now it's a neutral hit I'm going to take, but that's enough because the Lax dies. Cool. Very, very cool. Alex, what new ability or Pokemon combination would make Hail an actual thing in Gen 5? Something that is actually reliable offense, so... not what we currently have. That's a big hypothetical, but... maybe an ability that like ignores Stealth Rock or something. I don't know. You would have to buff it a lot. Because like the little like Slush Rush or whatever, that would not be enough, I don't think. Unless you gave it to something incredible. But yeah, it's hard to find ways to make it good without being broken. It's a very delicate balancing act. Alright, that was good. Now we go to this thing. Yeah. If you take nothing else away, take away the fact that Light Screen Blissey is awesome. And now I can't really switch into this Tar, which sort of sucks. I'm going to Soft Whale first, because I can take a Rock Slide and get some health. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that little awesome thing. Alright, so we're just going to Thunder and take this thing out, because he's not going to Nidoking for some reason, even though I've revealed my entire set and he walls it completely. But that's the ladder for you, I guess. So now I'm going to sack... Who am I sacking? Honestly, probably, this thing. Just Perish Song, take a T-Bolt, Protect, and then, then I'll switch to Snorlax and Curse. Oh, of course. Actually, no, now I'm going to go to my own Zapdos, yeah, and I don't, now I have free Sleep Talks and I'm threatening, because Nidoking doesn't want to come in, Zapdos doesn't want to come in, so if he booms then I don't care, because, I mean, okay, I obviously would have preferred to have hit that Thunder, but, I mean, now Cloyster's out of the way, then Snorlax really wins, so I'm going to go to Gengar just to sack it. I'm going to Perish Song this thing, so I can, Miltank, and heal... Well, do I need a Heal Bell, or do I need to... I'm going to Growl. I'm going to go to Blissey, because if he goes to Zapdos, that's perfect. And... oh, that's wonderful. Okay, now I'm going to spam Flamethrower and try to chip the Nidoking. Yeah, because if he stayed in and killed Blissey, then I was just going to sit up on it with Lax. Alright. Well, now I'm just going to Toxic. That's cool. I guess he doesn't know I have it yet, so... now I'll be able to Flamethrower. Yeah, okay. Now I'm just going to sack this thing. Actually, no, I'll probably sack Miltank after an EQ. Yeah, just so, because Snorlax is parried, so it can, so it cannot get slept. Perfect. Okay, and that should be the ball game. I mean, fingers crossed, obviously, but yeah, actually, we're gonna play it super safe. We're gonna go this, soft boiled, and then light screen, and then go to lax and rest. And wait for it to sleep. And now we go to it and rest. Perfect. So, barring something truly unholy, we are good to go. Okay, come on now. Maybe I should have gone back to Blissey just to be super safe, but... yeah, well, I'm going to have to do that now. So... oh, well now, actually that pair is helpful because it helps me PP stall him more effectively. So this is going to be a boring finish, so we'll just go down to RBY once again. And this time we'll try this, Slowbro thing. So we'll just do that. Alright, Spicy Davy 1. I forgot to check my Chansey set, so that might have been dumb. But no, I think that's fine. So... see, burning these. Alright, well now I'm going to try to sneak Snorlax in there. Oh, for nuts sake. Come on now. Just roll Hidden Power or Rest and it's fine. Yes, And Snorlax gets the rest off. There we go. Okay, that's the game. Alright, fun. Very fun. So yeah, now we just double edge a couple times and game. Cool. Very fun. Alright, next question. Argumentative. Hi BKC, I wish this Discord server was around years ago. It's been a blast nerding about a Pokemon again. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Gen 5 is the only generation without Zapdos and OU. Would Hurricane alone be enough to keep it in OU, and why should you use it anyway? Yeah, Hurricane would be really, really good. That would be nasty for sure. That's speaking of nasty. There's Tauros. There's Tauros again. Crit back. Okay. All right. So now we're just gonna Psychic. Actually, no. Now we're gonna double to yes. There we go. Now we get a Boom Off. You know what? That's not ideal, but you know, I'll take it. So, especially because now Exeggutor threatens a sleep really nicely. So, you know, I'm gonna be nice to myself. I'm gonna say that was a really nice play, Kev. Thank you, Kev. I appreciate that. All right, now the sleep is super free, and his Tauros is chipped, so that could have gone a lot worse. And I get to fire off a sleep here thanks to Sing Chansey. Sing it, sing it, sing it. Yeah, either way, I'm going to have a sleep, which is nice. But, yeah, and he can't sleep me because my Zam is slept. Yeah, Hurricane would be really good for Gen 5 Zapdos. That would be an incredible addition. And it's really strong. It's, you know, very dangerous stab. So I think it would definitely see some usage. And you should use it anyway because it's really good against rain. I mean, it's kind of like a worse Rotom, but it's still really good. So I'm going to preserve I'm going to preserve Snorlax here, or Tauros, and go to this thing. And maybe Boom on the Chansey? I have Mega Drain, so I really hope he goes to Starmie. I hope he goes to Starmie and I crit drop him and then Mega Drain him to death. That would be awesome. And I hope his last is not Zapdos, because Slowbro would be very sad about that. But I still have Chansey in good condition, so... yeah. Zapdos had some real usage when Tornadus Therian was allowed in Black and White. Early Black and White, too, and it was really good. It devastated those kinds of teams. So, it had its time. And then Torn Therian was banned, and... Alright, now we're blowing this thing up. Great. Really great. So... Now we're going to go to Slowbro and start setting up. Hell yeah. Hopefully this is not Boom Lax. Hopefully it's like Earthquake or something equally lame. On Hexium, what is the best Dragon Dancer in Advance, since they all seem to have some major flaws in one way or another? It's really tough because Salamence feels like it comes up short with its power all the time, and you can't use it defensively. And T-Tar at least has Sand, but you still can't use it defensively, which is kind of why you like using T-Tar on your team. It makes team building so hard. It can be done, of course, but it's very constricting. And Gyarados, it has its flaws. I mean, honestly, at this point, I almost want to say Gyarados, just because of how unique the threat it presents is. Let's check out how strong this +2 Surf is. I think I use Surf here for the power. So, is that a KO? I think it's like a roll. Probably not a great one. Yeah, okay, not a good roll. Right, so now we'll rest. And then we'll be good to go, because he'll need to like wake up and get lucky with crits. Come on, don't be Hyper Beam. Fuck! Okay, well, that was disappointing. Alright, come on, crit or freeze or fucking something. Alright, well. That was frustrating. This Snorlax was really on a roll, isn't it? Alright, well, Snorlax is still sleeping, and I have a free Tauros here, so I really like that. Yeah, on a Hexium, I guess I gotta go with Gyarados. I mean, okay, objectively it's T-Tar, because it's a definitive threat that you need to be prepared for no matter what, but it just feels so frustrating to prepare for, you know? Alright, give me that crit or full para or something. Nope, well, okay. At least we got that one for free. Can't hate that as much. I'll go with Chansey now, simply for the freeze possibility. Is he going to go to Starmie and then like double switch to Tauros on my Tauros or something? Well, cross that bridge when we get to it. If he goes to Starmie, I'm seriously considering staying in and going for Ice Beam again. Although he has a fully healthy Snorlax now, so... Nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Hell yes. Oh, I love that. Okay, well, Tauro's gone, so now I think I should be able to pull this one out. Unless this is like Earthquake or something. Oh, no. Yikes, this could get ugly. I mean, I also have the chance to do lots of damage with crits, as you see there, and that's the game. Alright, well, that Snorlax was really on a roll, but thank God for that. Alright, so how long have we been going? About an hour and a half, so let's do one more, let's do a couple more. See something fun. Oh, this team is a lot of fun because it's Choice Band Breloom. Basket, what few later gen moves would you add to advance? Oh, God. None, I hope. I probably, again, meta hypothetical that you really have to think about, whereas Q&A is supposed to be more immediate, but we're not doing this every week anymore, so it's fine. Now, I don't know. I really don't know. Nothing good, you know, no U-turn or Stealth Rock or, you know, Toxic Spikes or whatever. Wait, no, Metal Sound exists. Yeah, no Volt Switch, God forbid. You know, like, all the good newer gen moves I feel would just serve to disrupt the balance of advance. So, I'm not crazy about that. Maybe, yeah, like, even like a, you know, no close combat or something. Because Pain Split exists. I mean, I'm going to cheat a little and say the answer is I would just increase distribution of some moves that already exist, like Pain Split and, you know, yeah, maybe. I don't even know if that would be a very good idea, so if I'll try to, you know, answer the question fully, you know, I'll just, instead of, you know, doing that, then I'll just say Discharge, maybe? It doesn't seem like it'd be overpowered. Discharge, Lava Plume, maybe? They wouldn't be too bad, because Zapdos really likes the power from T-Bolt. So, on offensive sets, and defensive sets, you know, can just run T-Wave anyway. So I think Discharge would probably be fine. Discharge, Lava Plume on the well, Lava Plume on Camerupt. Yeah, give Camerupt Lava Plume. Yeah, those are my answers. That would be really cool. Skipping some of the sillier ones. What gen would you consider toxic? None. You know, Aurus Ubers, because they spam toxic a lot in that. And I guess if I had to pick one, then Sword and Shield, because I really don't like boost. But I think even Sword and Shield is a good metagame, so I don't consider any generation toxic. Matter of fact, half the time I'm talking on the Discord server, I'm telling someone to not shit on a generation. Nitori, would you play a Wi-Fi battle with the team generator with this link, and then he links the Honko team generator, which is a lot of fun. Yeah, definitely. That'd be a lot of fun. Quack, would you be interested in playing draft leagues and uploading to the channel? I would defiantly enjoy that. It's a common spelling mistake of definitely becoming defiantly. But yes, I would definitely enjoy that. I'll have to ask Joey about it now that my schedule is looking to clear up a little. Roball, Pokemon site for 2013, 2016, or 2019? The one where CTC says he's in the cut, like Rotom C. That's definitely the best one. So I think that's 2013? Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. Jester, I know this is a broad question, but do you believe new mons which didn't before have Initiation Advance, so you still have potential to be discovered and be OU viable? Yeah, definitely. I think, right. There we go. Okay. Ooh, and we have a bunch of Pokemon destroyed by Bullet Seed. This is going to be enjoyable. Yeah, I'm going to say that... Let me think about this first. Yeah, I'm going to start off by saying that, that even like something like Guard of War is still being explored. So yes, I absolutely believe there's potential for such a thing. So yeah, the only reason I didn't lead off with Breland, by the way, is because I was afraid of Scarf Politoed outspeeding and Ice Beaming me. So I just played it safe with Rotom because I don't really care if Lantern comes in. Actually, maybe I should just spam Burn, just in case Lantern comes in. Nah, if Lantern comes in, I'll just go to Latios, or Magnezone. KD, thoughts on the Porygons? I like their designs a lot, and I love all the new Gen 4 designs, but I really enjoyed Porygon Z. I thought that one was super cool. Okay, so now I'll go to Magnezone, and I'll Sunny Day. Great. Alright, I'm going to go to Landorus here just to get up rocks. And scare this thing out with Earthquake. Yeah, so I like the Porygons. I think they're very cool. Oh. That was a ballsy move right there. Oh, Scalp Protect. Very cool. Okay. Here's a big one. Monai, I'm aware of the benefits of non-plus speed mons and your general dislike of plus speed mons, but do you think there is a case to be made on controversial plus speed mons like Advanced Heracross to punish the standards in this tier like 270 speed creep, or do you believe them to be generally inoptimal? Suboptimal would be the better word, but yeah. Would you consider these plus speed creep mons to always be inferior, even if they successfully outspeed their intended targets? For example, Timid Moltres outspeeding all Heracross, or plus speed Flygon being able to outspeed HP Fire Super B. Let me get back to you on that. Because I gotta... Oh, yes, perfect. Now I get to slow U-turn into Breloom and start killing stuff. Okay, so I don't mind plus speed Pokemon. Like, the Flygon example is fine. As long as it's a relevant Pokemon, as long as the target is relevant, and as long as it's common and can't just outspeed you anyway. So here's the reason why I don't like Jolly Heracross. Because Salamence and Zapdos can very easily... They don't even need to go to plus speed nature to outspeed you. They can just go max speed on their offensive sets like they usually tend to do, or do often, and your plus speed is totally worthless. So I believe that in that case, then that is an example of... that's just an example of fishing. Also, I have Healing Wish, so I don't mind taking this burn. Even though it's a fast Will-O-Wisp Rotom. Anyway, I would say that if it's a case like that where they can easily just make it useless anyway, then I'm against that. But if it's like a real... If it's still a... if it's something that is tangible and can't just outspeed you anyway, then for like Flygon being able to outspeed Super Celebi, then yes, I would take that into account for sure. Especially because it has a lot of other relevant targets. So, yeah. I think it's team dependent, but I'm generally against fishy stuff like Heracross. That is generally, that's preying a bit too much in my opinion. You're putting too much stock in what the opponent does as opposed to what you can control. And I think Heracross needs to scrap for every bit of power it can get, so. Hopefully this isn't Jolly Gyarados. Oh, it is Jolly Gyarados because people like running dumb stuff, I forgot. Okay, I guess we gotta go to... I'll go to Latios, Draco Meteor. Oh, okay, so... Yeah, as long as I prevented him from DDing again for free, then he was never gonna outspeed Rotom, so that was fine. Cool. NW, thoughts on ghosting in team tournaments should not be a thing, so don't let it happen. I think we've come a long way since the old days of ghosting being commonplace and regular and expected. So I'm really happy about that. Do I? No, I didn't put that together yet. Oh, this one's fun. Yeah, so we've come a long way since that, and I'm glad about that. I think that's one of the biggest steps, one of the good things that has happened. One of the best things about the last couple of years. Belbin, would you consider a format without time increment between moves, but with a bigger reserve, perhaps with unlimited time before both players have chosen their lead to prepare the game plan and then move as swiftly as possible from there? I hate that it's possible to PP stall in OU Turbo since you can endlessly move pointlessly because it's increment based, but maybe there's bad consequences I'm not considering. I don't know about OU Turbo because I think that format is kind of gimmicky, and I don't really concern myself with... Okay, that sounds dismissive, I'm sorry. I don't mean to dismiss the format you like, but it's just not for me. I don't really like formats where you can't think about that kind of thing. Ooh, Vashta! Let me give this guy my full attention in a second. Let me just answer the question. I think time increment needs to be there. I think, like, if you just let me plan out the entire game, then I'm just going to take an hour and a half and plan out the entire game. So, I don't think that should be a thing at all. So, yeah. OU Turbo is not really my thing. And I don't really know enough about it. And I generally don't like non-standard formats. Non-standard meaning like besides OU and like the lower tiers. So, okay, let me calc and make sure I live a Specs Kingdra Draco here. Vashta, for those of you who don't know, is a legendary old player from the DPP days. And I looked up to him. I really loved his teams when I was younger and just coming up. He made some really great ones. So... oh, okay. Oh, so it's not, so it's that. Alright, well, now hopefully he goes for this again. And now my delivery guy is finally here, so let me go do that. Do 4 dní a ještě nahoru. Díky zatím. Alright, we're gonna have to wrap this one up after this, maybe one more. But yeah, I gotta go groceries and whatnot. So this game's been going pretty well so far. I like that. Wish Fire Punch, huh? Anyway, I'm in Torrent and I want to hit. I don't want an EQ immune to come in for free. So I'm going to go for Waterfall, especially because he's paralyzed and, you know, Paraflinch if he does stay in, which is unlikely, and I'm still hitting him really hard. And I will hit like a Latias or a Gengar. Even hitting a Dragonite on the Switch would be really nice. This reminds me I want to build a Heatran Rain team. Just because Magma Storm Heatran pairs really well with Rain. I'm going to turn the timer off and let him come back. The end of Joe. When it comes to Dialga, are you a Dragon not weak to Dragon or a Steel not resistant to Dragon type of guy? It depends because you can't really... Well, I mean, you can't consider it a Steel, truly, because it, yeah, so, or Rotom, you know, that coming in is nice, too. You can't really, truly consider it a Steel, of course, because, otherwise, you know, it's gonna die to Earthquakes and stuff. So, I'm just gonna try and HP ground that Swampert switch in if he does go for it. I assume he might try to save his Rotom for a sack. Although, you know, with hazards, it's tough to switch around, so that's the idea of stacking hazards. Anyway, you can't consider it a Steel, truly, because it will... then you'll have it die to Earthquakes and whatnot. But the fact that it's a dragon that can go one-on-one with other dragons, even when it's slower, is really nice. So definitely a dragon not resistant to dragon kind of. I guess I'm both, but I tend to look at its 1v1 abilities as a consequence of it being a dragon that's not weak to dragon. So that option is my choice. So yeah, after this, Lucario is gonna, you know, go crazy. Just gotta give it a little help. Perfect. Oh, give me the Luke. Okay, that's fine. And then I sack against Jirachi and then bring Swampert in again. Great. Great. And Scarf Latias gives me insurance against whatever he might try to set up with. You know, DD Knight being the scariest. Iguana, what tips do you have to players who are aspiring to perform better in Smogon tournaments? Watch the high-level games, analyze them, analyze why players are successful, analyze why their teams are well-built, or see if you can figure out if this team is good or not. You know, just because a good player uses it doesn't mean that it's a good team. I mean, I've used a lot of garbage in my day. So, you know, analyze why their team might work or might not work, or why it won that particular battle. Do it for both players, and try to incorporate why they're successful into your own games. I mean, the moves they make. Specifically, not just their teams. If it was a matter of copying teams, then it would be a lot easier. Then we'd be playing a lot dumber game. But no, you have to, I mean, copy, I guess. You have to try to figure out how they think and see if you can incorporate that into their moves. So you can start. The reason people win games, the best players win games, is because they know how to value their Pokemon. They know how to maneuver around. They know what to keep alive. They know not to risk certain things. They know when they have to risk certain things. So, yeah, valuing your Pokemon, knowing how they stand against your opponent's team. You know, if they have a Terrakion, you can't just risk your Gliscor on turn 2 or you're going to lose, that kind of thing. I mean, it's stuff that seems obvious, and then you get into an actual tournament game, and then you throw half your team away, and you go, I wonder why I lost that one. So a lot of practice, a lot of self-reflection, and try your best to learn from the best. So I don't know if Lucario is going to get a chance to come out in this one, but yeah. Yeah, sucks that it went like that. But I'm going to wager that with all my guys left, probably was going to be okay. Gen 3, let's see if we can finish off with a fun Gen 3 one. I didn't make a Choice Band Jirachi team yet. Let's see if we can get the Metacham thing going, because Metacham is a lot of fun. Alright, Century Express. Ooh, great player. Great player. Okay, so here comes... It's always tough what move to make with Mence. I'm gonna assume he's gonna switch. I'm gonna go for Fire Blast because I want to hit like a Skarmory. Bang. Perfect. Medichamp's gonna love that. Oh, that sucks. That really, really sucks. I'm gonna Fire Blast again just in case he decides to say fuck it, but yeah, that bites. That's really horrible. And the Fire Blast is big because now Medicham and Metagross are all good against it. Ooh, I'm using this fun T-Tar set. But yeah, that's really awful. I'm just gonna try and spread some T-Wave. You know, if T-Tar tries to come in, I'm gonna Seismic Toss just so I'm not giving T-Tar completely free switch in case he thinks he's provoked me into soft boiled. Cherry Bong question: Ryan Reynolds? I'm more of a Ryan Gosling kind of guy these days. Okay, that's fine. Now we've both have soft boiled it. Okay, I'm gonna go to Metagross now and force in that water of his. Eventually, it's gonna be about getting Medicham in there and causing big damage. Or I mean, if he's got a Swampert, then it's almost surely coming in here. I can threaten to boom that, but I want to be careful against his T-Tar and a potential Aerodactyl last. So don't want to be too cavalier there, especially because I don't need to be. I know I'm not really under a lot of pressure from his team. So I got a nice attack boost there. So I'm going to EQ simply because that's going to make things easier for... Ooh, that sucks. I mean, I did just crit him really, really horribly. Or burn him, rather. So I'm just going to go for the HP Grass here. He's going to protect 100%. So that was a very dumb risk on my end. I should not have done that at all. But now we know. So here comes Blissey. I don't know what kind of... I think I gotta make up some lost ground, so I'm gonna go for this thing. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to recover. I don't think this thing is staying in, and I want some longevity. So Medicham is a major threat to Gengar plus, whatever it is. Moltres, Starmie, Zapdos, Arrow, Doug. So there's Pert, okay. Yeah, maybe should this Brick Break, yeah. So see, this is what I should have gone to instead of risking Metagross. It's nice that I'm not gonna have to deal with spikes, but still very dumb because Starmie just sits on the Swampert all day. So Libby in Gens 3 through 5, top 5 best non-signature abilities. Intimidate, Natural Cure, Arena Trap, Levitate, and Magic Guard. Easy. So, let's T-Wave this, and oh, it's Wish, okay. So now I'm going to Surf just so he can't pass it to Swampert as easily. I mean, actually no, I'm going to go to Medicham simply because now I know he can't, status it. And now I'm going to Focus Punch. Actually, no, now I'm going to recover... No, yeah, I'm Focus Punching now. Don't go to Gengar. Okay, great. God, that does a lot. And now I'm going to Brick Break simply because I don't want him attacking on my Protector or anything. Okay, there's Starmie. That's fine. Ooh, sorry. I guess because I burned, then he crit, now I burnt, so... Well, this is kind of dumb. I have to go to Starmie on Starmie. Yeah, okay, so I think it's a 4 attack variant. So what I'm going to do now is go to Mence on HP Bug. This is an example of pivoting Mence into something like this, where it can be really threatening. So now I'm going to Dragon Claw simply because... Oh, he just switched it right... Well, no, he can switch it right into a Brick Break because... It doesn't 2 a KO from full because I have max health, or I don't have spikes rather. It's at max health, so that Ice Beam does a lot. Should bulk out this Medicham a little more, and yeah, so at least I get to recover. I wonder what that last is. Might be Doug. I think he's gonna sack he's gonna have to sack something. No, there's Gengar. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to go to Bliss, and I can still deal with, even if it blows up on Even if it goes T-Tar here, or if it blows up, then I think it's fine. So recovered Medicham is awesome. Definitely recommend it. I mean, Rock Slide is nice to have, but being able to do stuff like this without relying on Wish support is really, really cool. Nice move. Very nice move, actually. Okay, good move. I wanna... You know what I want to do? Actually, let me calc HP Bug. That's what I should be doing. I don't think I live it from here, but... bulky physical attacker. It's finally on the analysis. I'm very proud of that. Star me, and I have a lot of bulk EVs. So it's bold and... Okay, HP... No, HP Bug doesn't come close to KOing, and I 2 a KO him back. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna... Oh, and now I get a free recover. Oh, that's great. Yeah, this is why Bolt Star Me can be really dumb sometimes. Really, really tough to bring down. And now he can't wish past to... I mean, the most he might do is, like, try to pivot Swampert here for leftovers. Or, like, Gengar or Star Me. So I do want to Surf and catch him off guard, potentially. Now I have to recover. At least Blissey's not switching into Dragon Claw plus Brick Break anymore. He can't really threaten me with status, so that's nice. Yeah, just want to prevent the wishes from going off elsewhere. And I kind of am tempted to Surf again, but it looks like he's not really looking to do that. So I'll just keep recovering. You know, maybe T-Wave him if he gets bored. Maybe Surf here, try and catch a switch. No, it's okay. Well, now we can't take 2 Brick Breaks, so there's that at least. Okay, so Swampert, I'm recovering again. Now I'm back at full since it can no longer... Now I'm gonna Surf just to no reason not to play it super safe, and now I can go to Medicham again. It's totally okay. Gengar's not a huge threat, and now that Swampert's down, actually even my own. You know what I should start doing? Next time Blissey comes in, I'm going to switch to T-Tar on it. And now that Swampert is so weakened, then it can't take this non-HP Grass set on anymore. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to recover... No, wait, no. Okay, managed to find that button. You know, I don't want to Brick Break it and get Torrent Hydroed because I don't think I'm going to KO it. So, Medicham, let's get the calc. All Out Attacker, Adamant. I don't think I'm... Okay, I can KO it, but I'm going with this thing. Yeah, good move. It's fine. Yeah, now Swampert... I messed up a little by not capitalizing with T-Tar once Swampert took that first hit. But now I'm going to be able to get Tar in and yeah, great. So what I'm going to do is just... Now what I'm going to do is Focus Punch the first time, just in case he goes immediately to T-Tar, because if I sub, then he gets, you know, lefties for free, and I want to hit him as hard as possible. Great, I'll take that. I will absolutely take not having to deal with spikes for sure. So subbing there would have been nice, but he gets spikes. Actually, yeah, he gets spikes and he gets, you know, healing on Swampert. So yeah, no thanks. So now Pert, or well, I guess his own T-Tar could come in. Nope, there's that thing. Okay, I'm faster, which is definitely nice to know. And now I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to me, simply because if he starts EQ spamming, or I wanted to go to Mence, but if he starts EQ spamming, eventually I can pivot Mence into it, and then Mence threatens everything. So Alright, that wasn't a great move. I definitely shouldn't have backed out of focus punching. I was thinking, oh no, what if Gengar comes in or something? But that was a silly move. I do have a choice here, though. I can choose to bring Swampert down to almost sure Metacham range, but I don't know if I can seal the deal there. So I'm going to play it safe and go back to Starmie, especially because I can get a T-Tar in on Blissey again. So yeah, Starmie it is. Okay, good move. But, actually, no, I'm going to T-Wave just because... Yeah, okay, that's fine. I was going to say because he doesn't KO me. Maybe I switch to Mence here? Yeah, I'm going to switch to Mence. I'm not going to risk Starmie here. No need to. So, and now I get to spam... No, I'm spamming Dragon Claw. I don't want Gengar coming in for totally free. The Para will might not be super good, but there we go. That's great. I have to be careful. Actually, I have to be really careful now because Blissey getting boomed on is super bad news. So I'm going to go to Blissey. Nice move. Definitely a nice move on his end. And yeah, I want to go to Blissey. And I'm really just sacking Mence here. I don't really care if he gets Ice Beamed. I'm sacking it because I want it to... what do I want? I want it to... I want Starmie to recover. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, so now sub. So what? Perk comes in. I gotta crunch this thing. No, I got a sub. Yeah, no reason not to play it safe, I think. Because I can, yeah, there we go. Perfect. That was the point where he starts getting risky. I want to crunch so bad, because if I crunch Gengar or something on the Switch, then that's ball game. And if he lets Blissey go, because I can sub again, so I'm going to crunch. Yes! Okay, well, it didn't matter. He went to Starmie. But the idea was sound, so at least there was that. I'm wondering why he's not protecting with Swampert here. I'm definitely looking to crunch again, and now he's like, yeah, great. Alright, now... I don't care if he goes to Blissey. And I don't want Gengar coming in. As nice as it would be to Brick Break it. You know, he might throw up a Wish here. Yeah, okay, I'm going for Brick Break simply because he might throw up a Wish and I can 2 a KO, and he might actually think I don't have it. That's... okay, that's not ideal, but it can work. Now that Starmie's dead and I don't have to keep Blissey alive at all costs, and I can just Shadow Ball this thing and then maybe even win with... Alright, I definitely don't want to rush this, but... if I can chunk... well, the T-Tar being paralyzed is really good for my Blissey, because now I can kind of go one-on-one with it. Yeah, okay, never... I definitely rushed this. It was such an interesting game, and I decided I should go quicker. So, lesson learned, as always. Well, lesson taken into account, let's say. Good news is the overall thing applies, that Metacham can still come into Blissey all year long, and he's always on the verge of death. You know, even if he gets the prediction right, all he's doing is, you know, staying alive. I mean, the thing you don't want to happen here is, yeah, I don't want Gengar coming in. I've been playing it really safe a lot, so. The thing you don't want happening here is Gengar coming in and then T-Tar doubling into Blissey, because that might get hairy. And if Metacham goes down, then... if Metacham goes down, then that's a problem because then Starmie might not be enough to beat all these guys, Starmie and Blissey. So, yeah, I'm going to try to be a little more proactive, given that the risk level of Gengar coming in here is a little more severe, and I haven't been trying to catch those switches too. Well, I have a little bit, but not so much with the Shadow Balling yet. I haven't even shown Shadow Ball, actually. Maybe he thinks it's Rock... Well, not that would matter. It would still kill, but Rock Slide would be a safer move here because it would actually smack Blissey. But let's be real. He knows I have Shadow Ball. I'm not getting walled by Celebi and Claydol. Oh, nuts. Stupid, stupid, stupid. The one time I decide to... Well, no, I've been making a series of goofy moves that have been to my detriment here. Fuck. Fuck, shit, fuck. God damn it. Okay. Wait, no, that's fine. The game is over now. No, he was aiming for Metacham, not Blissey. Because now I just click Brick Break a bunch of times and the game is over. Yeah, so he's gonna have to... He's gonna have to protect his way out. And then I think even Starmie can win the game, maybe. Yeah, I think so. I think... Metacham, Brick Break versus Swampert. I mean, I really want to recover on the Switch, but I gotta play it safe. Alright. Yeah. I think he's protecting again, but I don't want to Hydro. I want to... Because then I'm going to recover spam with Starmie and then beat the T-Tar. Yeah, the fact he sacked Blissey is really good. Well, I guess if he didn't sack... if he sacked T-Tar, then Starmie probably just recover stalled him. Maybe. No, he still had a lot of... He has a good amount of Seismic Tosses, but maybe. Yeah, but the good thing is that Starmie should win now. You know, even if Metacham goes down. So I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to make sure... I'm going to focus on what I can control and make sure Swampert stays as low as possible. Which means that Starmie will have the easiest time beating it. Actually, I guess by that rationale, it doesn't really matter because my play after Metacham goes down is not to surf and KO it; it's to spam recover. So I guess that it doesn't really matter for that. He barely lives. Okay, and now recover spam and hope he doesn't crit. Yeah, I gotta recover into Tyranitar, OU, Wookiee Physical Attacker. Hopefully they fix those IVs. Crit. Or no, not crit. 176. Yeah, okay, so... Okay, that's fine because... HP Bug does 54.3, and I 2 a KO max HP Tar. Whoa, that's some bulk. And that T-Wave is paying off. That is a lot of bulk, my god, because I have that means he has less attack, because I did 52 there. But I mean, I should still be, Yeah, okay, so the T-Wave paid off that time. Wow, that was a roller coaster. I definitely could have played a lot better in that one, but that was a really interesting game. So, should we leave it there? We're a little over 2 hours. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you next time.